What is going on, guys? It is your role model of the IWC Gamers Goon here today with your NXT TakeOver WarGames. And once again, I have to acknowledge it because right now it is the 4th day of Goonsmas. Now, I have not waited. It is literally still not even December yet, but I'm filming these because I do have finals around the time you're seeing this, so I am filming these, getting these out of the way. But it's officially Goonsmas here on the channel, meaning 25 days of uploads is coming upon y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoy what I have to do. If you have not already, first day we have an AEW Dynamite review out. That is out on Wednesday, the 1st of December. On the 2nd, on that Thursday, we have the discussion of who owns professional wrestling right now. Make sure you go check out that video. I feel like I did a phenomenal job with that. It's been about 16, 17 minutes, somewhere around there. Then on the 3rd Friday, we will have the Rampage review. And obviously, what you're doing right now is you are watching my WarGames preview and predictions. Tomorrow, same thing as usual. I will be doing a review of the show. Obviously, I didn't do it for Survivor Series, but I will be doing it for NXT TakeOver WarGames, as I am committing to this 25 days of Goonsmas. But we have a show on the cards for us, man. We got a show this weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I've fallen out of favor with NXT. A lot of these guys are guys that I am not actively invested in. A lot of guys I don't really care about because I have not watched this new brand of NXT outside of the very first show. I'm not very familiar with any of these people. I do know of Carmelo Hayes. I do know of Braun Breaker. I do know of some of these guys. But and I don't like the new brand of NXT from what I've seen from it. And honestly, I don't want to put my time into it. But we will talk about it. We have the first match. We have a hair versus hair match, apparently. It is Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson's just Brendan Vink? Okay. That makes it pretty easy to me. That makes it pretty damn easy for me. It should be just Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, I mean, I can't speak for anything over the past, 3 months, but Cameron Grimes, at least back when I was watching NXT, was one of the highlights of NXT when it was Cameron Grimes to the moon. Cameron Grimes, a great professional wrestler, one of the best professional wrestlers they got in NXT, in my opinion. I am dreading the day he gets called up, but Cameron Grimes, I'm gonna have to take him. I love Cameron Grimes. And he's going up against Duke Hudson, who apparently is Vink. So, Cameron Grimes, you're winning, buddy. You're winning. Go crazy, my boy. Should be interesting to see the match, though. I think that should be a pretty solid match. Cameron Grimes usually puts on a good match. Brendan Vink's not bad. Then we got Imperium, which is Eichner and Marcel Bartel going up against Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner, or Legado del Fantasma, which is Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. I assume that it is a one or another thing, so I'm going to assume Legado del Fantasma is going to be facing Imperium. With that being said, Imperium it was one of my favorites. Love Walter. Great professional wrestler. Obviously, Eichner and Bartel are not Walter, but they are associated with Walter. So I'm going to have to go with Imperium simply for the fact that they are part of the Ring General. They believe that the ring is sacred, which it is. It's a very sacred spot. Imperium, I got to take them. Then we get to our last non-WarGames match. We get Roderick Strong defending his Cruiserweight Championship up against Joe Gacy. Not gonna lie to you guys. I think Roddy Strong's about done. I think he's about done with NXT, with WWE. He did get extended, but I don't think he's gonna be there much longer. And I wouldn't be surprised if Roderick Strong loses tomorrow night for everybody. And for me, it's like in 6 days. I don't know why I said tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he loses. And that's simply because I can see him getting released. I can see him getting released. He doesn't fit the NXT mold anymore. The NXT mold now is young guys that they can kind of handcuff into being lifelong WWE guys. That is what they want. They want the former football players. They want to rebuild all these people and give these people that came from nothing, and the last thing they had was wrestling, and they weren't even associated with, but they were given a chance. They want these people to feel indebted to WWE. They don't have that with Roderick Strong. They don't have that with Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong knows, you know what? WWE releases me. I can go get a big bag from AEW. I can go get it from Impact. I can go for it from New Japan. I can go get it at GCW. Roderick Strong knows he can make money without WWE. He knows that. So you think they want Roderick Strong to play out his contract and use that as leverage? No. No. I can easily see Roderick Strong losing, and he will be in the next round of budget cuts. Don't be surprised if it happens. I believe it will. I am going to shockingly take Joe Gacy. If this was not the WWE and the current version of NXT, I would probably go with Roderick Strong. However, I do not have much faith in the WWE anymore when it comes to keeping people they should. Look no further than Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson. Those are all guys that were game changers. They were game changers. Just alone, Bryan Danielson was a game changer. Then you had Adam Cole, part of the Undisputed Era, which was one of the best factions that I've ever got to witness outside of the Shield and outside of the later stages of DX. I mean, they were great, and they let him go. They let him walk right from underneath him. But that's on Vince. That's on them. I don't care. Their loss is another man's gain, and that man is Tony Khan. Thank the Lords. He knows how to use professional wrestlers. But then we get into the women's war game match. We got Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai and Cora Jade and Kaylee Ray going up against Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. Now, I do know of Toxic Attraction. They have Gigi Dolan, who I believe was Priscilla Kelly, right? Yeah, she was Priscilla Kelly. They obviously have the women's champion, Mandy Rose. They have JC Jane. I mean, it's going to be a solid match. Mandy Rose has been phenomenal. She's been phenomenal. I have seen some Mandy Rose matches, and she's been phenomenal. She's been phenomenal as the women's champion. Great to see her reestablish herself. It's been great to see Mandy Rose really commit to wrestling. Something that you can't really say about a lot of the women that have been brought in the way she was. Obviously, she's an attractive woman, and she was kind of brought in during that weird mix period where they were kind of on the verge of, are we going with the women's wrestlers? Are we going trying to get an attractive woman? She was kind of during that weird stage, and then she stuck around in NXT for a little bit. She did her thing. She ended up getting called up to the main roster. Didn't really do much, but she's really committed to the professional wrestling lifestyle, and she's done a phenomenal job at it. She's done a phenomenal job. She's actually got good in the ring, something that you can't say about a lot of people that have been on the main roster for longer than her, specifically Eva Marie, who is no longer employed, thank the Lords. We can list off a great name. Nia Jax is one of them. There's a lot of women that were brought in the same kind of way Mandy Rose was, where Vince was not necessarily bringing them in because they were a good wrestler, but he saw maybe they were attractive, maybe they had good charisma, maybe they had some other path to being a sports entertainer rather than a wrestler. But she's committed, and she's done a phenomenal job at it. But with that being said, you know who else has been phenomenal? Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray. They're all fantastic on their own rights. I gotta take them. They're just the best that there is, the best that there was, and the best that there ever will be in an NXT Women's War Games match, especially Io Shirai. I cannot wait to see Io Shirai do whatever she does in the NXT War Games, because we know she is one crazy girl, and she will do what she needs to do in order to make sure her team walks out as victorious at NXT TakeOver War Games. Or is it even considered TakeOver? Yeah, it's not even TakeOver. It's just NXT War Games. And then we get the last War Games match. which is Ciampa, Gargano, Dunn, and LA Knight going up against the new school of Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, and Tony D'Angelo. Obviously, like I said, I am aware of who Tony D'Angelo, Carmelo Hayes, and Braun Breaker are. I'm not aware of who Grayson Waller is. Maybe I'm missing out. I don't know. But Team Old School needs to chill out for 1 second. Look at Team Old School and tell me that this makes fucking sense. This doesn't make no sense to me. We have Tommaso Ciampa, obviously easy to understand why he is on Team Old School. He's been a staple in NXT since 2016, 2017. He's been there forever. Johnny Gargano, same thing with him. Him and Ciampa have been linked at the hip. Pete Dunne even makes sense. He was putting on classics back at TakeOver in Chicago, the first one that occurred. And then you got LA Knight, who's been there for what, a year and a half? That don't make no sense to me, man. That don't make no sense. You would think maybe I know Roderick Strong has a match, but you'd think he would make more sense in here than somebody who necessarily wasn't part of the old, wasn't really part of the old school. And when I'm looking at their roster right now, there's not many that are part of the old school left. You could probably find somebody else so you can toss in there. Let me scroll a little bit. You could, yeah, that might have been the best chance I got. Maybe they should have just done a 3-on-3 WarGames. Yeah, I guess. Samoa Joe's there, but that's a little bit of an odd one. Timothy Thatcher's been there, man. Tyler Bates been there, man. You could easily have gotten somebody in there that's been there longer than LA Knight. But they didn't. LA Knight is going to be that fourth man on the team. With that being said, does it matter who wins this match? Probably not. But I will tell you that I fully expect that Gargano is going to be there for one last match, and it is going to be to put over the new school in Carmelo Hayes, in Braun Breaker, in Waller, and in D'Angelo. He's going to be there for all of it. That's his last thing he has to do in NXT. That's the last time we're going to see Johnny from NXT, man. He was the lifeblood. He was the heart and soul of NXT for years, and it's over. It's over. Johnny Gargano is all elite very soon, and that is something I look forward to. But take it in, because this is the last time, more than likely, you're going to be seeing Johnny Gargano in WWE. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you have seen some of these videos for Goons Best, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.